Hey folks, welcome back. And all be all here, and we are in week 4. Now, this week was a vacation week for me, which is why I wasn't able to get live commentary in. I did upload my recorded battles, so if you want, you can go and check them out in my channel. But just to give you a brief overview before we go on to the final match, first match I faced an opponent, Sirota. Got pretty decent banners, 2678 on offense, and prevented the full clear. I couldn't get through any of my teams in the front bottom zone over here, even though he did keep his GL on offense. So that was good to see a GL win against SLKR. Second opponent I faced was Zero Feed. Again, decent banners, 2667, and Zero Feed wasn't able to clear my back zone over here with Asaj and Hux holding, and wasn't able to clear my fleet, or he didn't attempt my fleets rather. So that was another good victory as well. And for the final match, we are facing a really good opponent, Phunkylicious. And this one also, I had recorded my battles beforehand. I was going to upload a non-commentary video, but given that he's such a great opponent, and he reached out to me after the match as well, I decided I'll go ahead and add my commentary in and then upload the video. So as you can see over here, really good lifetime banners, 551k with 400 rank in Kyber. Got all the good stuff. Both GLs, Rey and Jedi Master Luke, just like me, with their ultimate, and really good mods on everyone. Like Darth Revan, for example, it's got really solid mods, 347, and all throughout, he's got really good mods on all his characters. So, given that this was such a great matchup, and I was really looking forward to this match, I decided to go ahead and record this battle with commentary and upload it. So, Phunkylicious is from the guild Cantina Lords. Really good lifetime banners, as I mentioned. And he's got he's got a pretty high rank in Kyber, 264 in Division 1. So, obviously, a very good player. Got all the mods in the right places, and definitely, just judging by his the history, GAC history, does know how to play well and use the right counters, and always changes up his offense and defense. On my defense, I decided to keep my GLs on offense. So I've kept a relatively tough team up front. And then over here, I've kept my Jedi Knight Luke at the back, hoping to trap him. And then most of the stuff is my usual defense out here. There's nothing really different. And at the backs, I've kept both the get ships, just because I know that Phunkylicious likes to keep both of his get ships on offense as well. So this is what I'm facing on defense. Nothing much on top, but over down here we've got Jedi Knight Luke as well as Darth Revan, and I knew he might be hiding one of the GLs at the back, but I didn't know which one, so I had to make sure that I save at least one GL, hopefully the right one, for the back. Against Jedi Knight Luke, this is the standard counter that I use, Vader with the Watt. With Jolie there, Watt is really useful because if Vader kills anyone, Jolie can't really revive him back. So Watt is really a no-brainer over here. I added Piet over there just for the extra offense and potency, and there you can see 391k hit on Jedi Knight Luke. And now it's just a question of recovering banners, because these guys are not going to be doing any damage at all, and Jolie is not going to be able to revive Jedi Knight Luke at all. So I think this is a good investment of Watt, at least in 3v3s. Vader really doesn't have much of a place. It's not really that reliable as a GL counter in 3v3s. But against Jedi Knight Luke, I think Vader is that's his place. I think he's got a really, really good way to counter Jedi Knight Luke. So here, and I usually take Thrawn in over there as well, but I felt I didn't really need Thrawn because Piet was able to get more than enough of the job done. And you can see over here, I'm just waiting to refill my banners. That's why I attacked Yoda there instead of Jolie. And I'm trying to delay as much as I can. So I do a basic, and now Piet gets a turn, so his banners get refilled because I put the tank tech on him, and I end up with 54 banners. I felt this might be an efficiency match given that my opponent will surely clear me. So I had to get every banner that I could. Now against a Darth Revan squad, I decided to go with one of my GLs because my own Darth Revan was on defense, and I I had nothing to clear this Darth Revan. It was like 347 speed. So I just decided to take my Rey instead of my Jedi Master Luke. I was hoping he didn't have a Rey at the back because Jedi Master Luke is quite easy to mirror, but against another Rey team, it's best to use Rey as a mirror. I prefer to use Rey, Hermit Yoda, and Holdo as a Rey mirror. So I was hoping that Rey wasn't at the back. But as you can see over here, Rey has no problem at all in getting through Darth Revan solo, even really well modded Darth Revan squads. You do lose the protection banners, but you can end with full health, no problem at all. So that team was taken care of. So that's one GL gone and another GL left for us to spare for the back. But before that, we needed to take care of the timeout squad, which is Stormtrooper Han with Vandor, Chewie, and with Nest. And I didn't want to waste anything too expensive for this one because you can end up wasting Thrawn or Traya or Nihilus against a team like this, and you never know when you might require them. So I took my Aura squad with Mando. Aura, as you all know, is the bounty hunter which can reach the payout the fastest. And already at payout, you see over here with just a few turns. And with Mando being able to ignore taunt, you get rid of the main damage dealer Nest pretty easily and pretty early. And now it's just a question of waiting till we get Mando's Annihilate again, and then annihilate these two characters. It really doesn't matter how much health they have, how much relic up they are, how much protection recovery they have, because both these characters have tons of protection recovery. All that doesn't matter because we have Mando, who's like the second best Annihilate character after Nihilus, I would say. And he should be able to take care of these guys pretty easily. Now, I have said that these guys aren't a threat, but Vandor, as you can see over here, with his special, he does tend to hit very hard, and he can cost banners, even though I won't lose the match, but he could cost banners, which is why for the second target, I decided to take out Vandor Chewie. And now it's just a question of recovering banners and delaying on Stormtrooper Han until I get full banners on my Bosk. Aura's lead does give banner recovery on the death of an enemy character. I believe it's 25% banner recovery and some turn meter as well. So I just need to get Bosk up to like more than 75% protection. And then when I annihilate with Mando, I end up with full health and full protection on everyone. So there's an easy, cheap 54 banners and allows me to see the back without really wasting anything good up front. Now, at the back, I see that he does have a GL, but luckily he's kept his Jedi Master Luke, which I feel more comfortable mirroring as opposed to Rey. I think Jedi Master Luke against Rey is a little more dicey. I probably need to go with a Gas and Hoda maybe for that, but I'll end up losing plenty of banners, and maybe I'll end up with only Jedi Master Luke remaining. But I saved that for the last. I decide to take out the rest of his teams first. So here is kept an interesting team of Night Sister Spirit, Night Sister Asajj and Zombie with Brood Alpha and GBA. So I took my against Night Sisters. I love to take my Django in there just because of the ability to prevent revives, and I didn't want all that headache with the Zombie reviving Asajj multiple times. So I just took in Django out there, and he starts with damage immunity. So you end up saving tons of banners just because of that. You won't be able to save banners on Poggle, but you have a B1 over there to heal him up. There you go. One quick heal from him. And then all I have to do is take care of these guys once, and I ended with 52 banners. Not the two banners that I lost was both on Poggle, but really, you can't really control that battle because these guys have so much damage that they take out the enemy team really, really fast. Against Grievous, I did have my Jedi Knight Revan squad, but I wanted to save it and try my Talzin. Talzin, Spirit, and Daka usually works pretty well against Grievous squads if you have a little bit of luck. There is a slight chance that it can go bad, but if it goes bad, there's most likely only Grievous left behind, who becomes easier to handle by himself. Here you can see Plague landed on Grievous, which was lucky, and Stun landed, which means that if I get rid of any characters right now, Yeah, Grievous ended up taking 2 turns. I don't really understand why, because he was stunned at the time, and that stun couldn't have been dispelled because of plague, but apparently it did get dispelled. But no worries, I am able to revive Daka back with the basic from Talzin, but ended with only 50 banners instead of the usual 51 that you get with Night Sisters. And against a Newt squad, I like to take Geos, whether it's in 3v3 or 5v5s. Geos are a really solid counter to Newt, especially Django in there does make it a little tricky, but with B1 in there, Geos really take care of B1 pretty fast. With all their multiple attacks and mass assists and all that, they can get rid of the B1 pretty fast with just a few assists here and there. So I target down B1 just to make sure that he doesn't end up healing anyone too much. And take care of Newt with one shot, at least the first life. He's able to get his extortion out, but with Geos that doesn't matter because I am able to cleanse the extortion and still get a turn with everyone. And you can see over here I'm running low on health and protection, but my first goal is to get rid of B1, and now I heal to get at least the health back, if not the full protection. Get rid of Newt. Well, actually I think I applied blind over here so that Django doesn't damage anyone, and then I take care of Newt, and then it's just a question of taking care of Django. There's not enough time for me to recover banners again, but that's fine. I think I'm just looking for one shots at this time, so it's no big deal. 51 banners is fine against a Newt squad, especially, which is notorious for banner stealing. And then you have the Jedi Knight Revan squad. There's no damage dealer there. Usually you have a GMY in there, and the Basti is only G12, so the only main damage dealer is Jedi Knight Revan. So I take my Treya squad in there with Thrawn for that extra fracture and protection recovery, and I take Nihilus for the extra annihilate ability. I didn't really think I'd needed Thrawn over there, just because Treya acts as a pseudo taunt whenever Jedi Knight Revan is there, because his mark anyway ignores taunt. So Thrawn is relatively valueless, and Treya, she's not built as tanky and with tenacity as she used to be when I used to run her against Jedi Knight Revan, but she's good enough, and with Thrawn in there to recover protection for her, I think it's pretty much okay. So here I just need to control Jedi Knight Revan because the other two really don't have much damage, and I need to annihilate Jedi Knight Revan as soon as I can. So here you can see I'm pretty close to the annihilate right now, and I'm just trying to see if I can't pass the turn meter over to Nihilus and then take care of Jedi Knight Revan, and then it's just a question of controlling the team and getting at least some banners back. I think here I tried to recover some banners on Treya. I don't think I'll be able to recover all banners on everyone, but I passed the turn meter here back to Thrawn so that he can pass it over to Treya to fill her up at least with full protection, and then see what I can do against Nihilus. Anytime that I see ability block, I use Thrawn's basic to land the stun in there, and now I'm just trying to delay as much as I can on Old Ben so that I can recover at least some protection and health. I think I recovered full health and protection on Thrawn as well as Treya, and I'm trying to delay as much as I can, but I don't think I'll be successful because Old Ben dies too fast. So I'm not able to recover any further banners on Nihilus. So I end with, I believe, 53 banners in this match. There we go. So now the character zone at the top is taken care of, and we reveal the ships. And as expected, he hasn't really changed his ships. He's kept his home one on Radis, which he's always kept on defense. So that shouldn't be much of a problem to take out. So I decide to go ahead and take out the ships first before I finish off the character zone down below with the GL. So I opt to go for a mirror match in both the cases. Rebels, especially if you have a really good Biston, a Rebel ship is a mirror match is more likely to go in your favor. You may end up losing a ship or two, especially Biggs or some other tank that you take in, just because of the high damage attack that the enemy rebel ship has. But as long as Biston is there, you pretty much have the battle under control. So he's not starting with Biston, he's starting with the Y-wing and um Biggs ship. So I take care of the Y-wing first because he tends to be a little more annoying with the protection loss that he gives to my ships. And then I start working on Biggs to try to take him out as soon as I can. So there, Biggs is taken care of. Both the tanks are taken care of, and I get rid of the buffs on Millennium Falcon. Unfortunately, the Phantom comes in, or is it the Ghost? I don't remember which one it is, and takes care of. I think it's a Phantom. Yeah, this one is a Phantom. Takes care of my tank Biggs. So I get in Cassian to target down Millennium Falcon and take him out. And then I take care of the Phantom for a clean 63 banners. Would have been 66 if Biggs was in there, but that's fine. Anything above 60 is okay for ships. And then against Radis, I do a mirror match, and I always take in my Poe and my Resistance X-Wing for the starting lineup. The Resistance X-Wing is an amazing ship just because of the ability to land, the ability to dispel and to land days. That I think is invaluable in ships, especially with the Houndstooth out there. Days on Houndstooth really completely invalidates it. So here they attack my Poe, I attack their Poe, and I'm able to land breach on the enemies, and I'm able to get my Houndstooth taunting, and I do apply the days, but unfortunately I'm not able to dispel the taunt because they also have breach landed on me. So I just need to work around that. So I always get into Resistance, the Rey's Millennium Falcon as the first reinforcement. Tons of real good stuff that ship does. It has stacking offense, which is really good, especially when it does its AoE. If you have tons of buffs on it, then it dispels all those buffs and gets even more stacking offense. And that really helps you to do tons of damage on AoEs. So here you can see I was able to take a lot of the ships out. The good thing about this mirror match is my Radis is 7-star and my opponent's Radis is only 6 stars. So when he uses the special, he's not able to use the cleanse ability, while my Radis is able to cleanse and heal at the same time. So the Houndstooth is being a little annoying since I'm caught behind the taunt, but I am able to just hold on until I get my ultimate. I think the main goal is to get your ultimate as soon as you can, get rid of both the ships, and then work to get the enemy ships down one by one, because your ships get tons of buffs and the enemy ships get tons of debuffs. The two most important debuffs being buff immunity and healing immunity. So I'm trying to take down as many ships as I can before and while I'm still at full health and full protection. So since Houndstooth has got both buff immunity and healing immunity, my goal is to take down the Houndstooth first. So I do an AoE and that takes care of multiple ships. And then now I just have to finish off the rest of the ships, and then it's an easy 65 plus 66. Yeah, that's because Radis is one of those ships which always enables you to end with full health and full protection. So pretty decent banners out there. And then let's take out the teams down south. So I decided to go for a mirror match over here. That's the only team that I have left remaining capable of taking out the Jedi Master Luke. And I go with Gas over here, Gas and Hoda. Hoda goes really well with Jedi Master Luke, and with Gas in the team, there's tons more damage that I can do as opposed to my enemy who's only got Grandmaster Yoda in his team who can do damage. So here I am trying to just target down Yoda with the Gas, and I am able to take him out before he even takes a turn. And now there's really not much damage in this team at all, and I've got tons of heavy damage dealers over here to take care of this squad. So I think I'm just trying to delay a little bit to try to get as much protection as I can back, but I'm not sure if I'll be successful over here in terms of protection recovery. But I'm just doing what I can to to take out. I think I'm passing the turn over to Hoda so that he can heal with his basic and at least get some protection back. But as you can see over here, I'm not able to recover full protection on my gas. So this battle, I believe I end with 53 banners, which is good enough for a GL, for taking down a GL. And the other teams are really nothing much to worry about. I've still got all my good squads with me. Jaranite Trevin, I've got JTR, I've got my Kira with the Han and Chewie. So this is going to be more or less an overkill, the last three matches. I was still saving them in case I needed a cleanup on the JML, but didn't really end up needing that at all. So ended up taking Jaranite Trevin against Talzin team, which is pretty straightforward. There's tons of foresight and tenacity up, so Plague really shouldn't bother these guys at all. And with the Jolie in there calling assists and in general providing tons of health recovery, this is really a very one-sided match. Nothing much to worry about over here. So as you can see over here, end with full health and full protection, 54 banners. Next, I believe I take out the Mon Mothma squad with my Kira, Han, and Chewie. And this also, I think I could have just gone with Han and Chewie, but I have Kira with me, and it's a guarantee 54 anyway with Kira in there. So I take care of this team in just a couple of moves without giving them a chance to move. We had Scout and Pow in there, who are actually much better suited in a 5v5 scenario because they get the whole turn meter train rolling. But in a 3v3 scenario, they're really not that threatening, which is why you can use even lesser teams to take it out. So JTR, last team left, I use that on the Geos. The main danger over here is Spy, who can do tons of damage, and under Poggle Lee, he does gain extra offense. So I'm trying to get rid of Poggle first, because as long as Poggle is around, he does give a little extra offense to Separatists on his unique. So now I try to get rid of Spy as soon as I can, and then I'm trying to delay the get to Illuminated Destiny so that I can recover a little bit of protection on BB-8. But again, I run into the same problem where the enemy team dies too fast without giving me a chance to recover full banners. So I think I barely miss my Illuminated Destiny in this one, I think, because the enemy just dies too fast. So 53 banners over here, and that ends me with a total of 2668, which is a pretty good score. Pretty happy with that. Alright, so here's the final outcome of my battle against Phunkylicious. So when he had a chance to go, he did a really good job against my character zone. One shot all the teams down south over here, the Padme, Grievous, and Darth Revan. Darth Revan, he got 55 banners, so I think he took his Rey against that. And then at the back over here, one shot everything but struggled a little bit against my Luke. Couldn't defeat Luke on the first go. There was only Luke remaining behind, and then managed to double shot that in the second go. So that's what lost him the battle. And then over here, pretty much one shot the whole zone. And at the back, he had kept both his get ships on offense. So I think he took his Negotiator against my Malevolence and got a 61 banner win over there. And struggled a little bit against the Negotiator over there. I think the starting lineup of Rex and Y-Wing is always a potent combination and can get tricky for some Malevolence fleets if the battle doesn't go properly. And if Anakin is still around, the Negotiator fleet is really tough to clean up. So that held for 3 battles, and I was uncleared as well. So final score 2668 versus 2389. So overall a pretty good last week. I did manage to get an average of 2661 in all the matches, and at the same time preventing full clears from all of my opponents. So pretty good way to end the season. Obviously a little bummed out that I lost that one match because of my ships, but I did the math and I calculated that if I had not lost that match and I had full cleared it and won, then I would have been in the top 10, probably in the top 5 in terms of rankings, because I'm exactly 2,500 points or so behind. Anyway, so that's this week of season of 3v3, and now we have 5v5 to look forward to in a week's time. So that comes with tons of remodding that I'll have to do. I'll probably have to get my best speed mods off from Darth Revan, Basti, and Shakti, and give some better mods to some of my B teams which work better in 5v5, like Mon Mothma, Bounty Hunters, and a few others. So I'll need to and I've also got IG11 and Quill unlocked and geared to G11. So I'll need to play around with them as well to see what I can do to take them on offense. So it's going to be an interesting 5v5 season. Looking forward to it. I will catch you guys in a week's time for the first 5v5 match. Until then, take care and see you. Happy gaming.